Either personal CvC is right here or it's around the corner, and personally the CvC rewards are something you don't want to miss out on. Players like to miss the final milestone, the biggest one, by 20,000, 50,000, maybe 100,000 points, and they blame the bad luck on whales or their account itself. But the truth is, most players are making the same mistake before CvC even starts. So today I'm breaking down the 10 biggest mistakes that stop players from reaching 400k points, and some of these can cost you tens of thousands of points without you realizing it. So without further ado, let's go. Mistake number 10 is undoubtedly preparing during the CvC even takes place. What I mean by that is players like to start farming now, and to be honest, it's not a bad strategy trying to do this. You're not going to have all the resources done by the time CvC is just upon you or going on, but the best thing you want to do is prepare like in 2 weeks advance before you actually get into the CvC, which is a tall task, especially nowadays with all the different events going on. But prepare some stuff like books, chickens, stuff like that, things that you can control. You're going to want to prepare that, or gear for gear enhancements, stuff like that, right? So top players who actually care about CvC personal rewards tend to spend 1 to 2 weeks preparing. Preparing means, of course, saving books, saving glyphs, saving forged materials, saving Grey Hall medals, and preparing food. So the takeaway is, don't farm points during the CvC if you have an option to do so. Bank on them beforehand so you get more stuff done when the CvC actually reaches. If you do more or less prepare during the CvC, that's okay. Just make sure you're giving yourself enough wiggle room, meaning you save the stuff like books and glyphs and forged materials. If you're farming food, that tends to be the only tip you could actually wiggle around when it comes to before, during, or even after the CvC. Oh, and I'm on the free-to-play series account today, so be sure to look out for the update on that. It's going to be epic, right? Of course, that ties into the 9th tip, which is stop wasting skill books. Okay, so what you want to do personally is use skill tomes when you're in the CvC, like what I'm going to do now. So we go to the tavern, click upgrade skills. I got 1 in reserve, which is what I just got from playing the game organically, and you're going to click upgrade. Simple as that. Let's see how much points we could actually get. It doesn't matter where this book goes because I'm going to max Pelops anyways. We got 3,000 points just from doing that. Luckily it went into the skill 2. We want to get that cooldown down a bit. I'm going to skill him out for the decreased attack as well on the A1, but that's just how it goes. Now in terms of my epics, I'm thinking of Venomage being the first book deserver. Right, I'm thinking of Venomage just because of what she brings to the clan boss. In my opinion, she might be my early game book out. I'm just going to leave this here for now, but we're going to come back to it. We want to do a general rule of thumb: unless a book immediately unlocks progression, like helping you clear a new clan boss difficulty or dungeon, something like that, saved for personal CvC. So hope you guys are doing your books within these few days. Which brings us to mistake number 8, upgrading your Great Hall immediately. So typically you get medals from clearing the arena. Let's do some arena battles while we talk about this. Most players spend medals the second they earn enough. Instead, keep them for CvC whenever possible. Or even a bigger tip could be keep them for arbiter missions, which ties into the tip of double dipping, right? They're instant points that require almost no time during the event. So I'm just checking my missions to see what's coming up in terms of affinity bonuses. Okay, so you see I have an upgrade affinity bonus to level 2. This is going to open tomorrow. CvC is going to be ending in 1 day and 14 hours. So I might wait for that portal to open first, and then and only then would I decide to move on with upgrading my affinity hall. So it's all about the timing. It is coinciding with the clan versus clan, so that's going to make more sense in my opinion. Mistake number 7, ignoring the forge. People underestimate the forge because crafting feels routine, right? But it is not. If you've saved hundreds of materials, you can craft a massive batch in minutes and score a large amount of CvC points while also hunting for useful gear. I like to go for perception most of the time, so I'm going to add in some charms. I kind of want to get a boot, but no boots on the docket, so we're just going to put chest plate for now. And I have no speed. Okay, so I do have some accuracy, so let's click this. I like to click quick craft to see if I could get 3. This is like the max I could get with speed boots. We did get a 5-star speed boot. Oh my days, lovely. I'm gonna keep this because I have no perception gear, no good substats though. I should be selling those. We did wait a while before we could do this. This is actually the first time we're using the forge, so it's actually really good. We are actually trying to do this now doing the CvC and not waste all the valuable points we could get from the forge. That's just the gist of what you want to do in the forge. Now typically you could do quick craft and set it where you could sell all the gear you get because you're gonna think it's trash, right, or most of it. So that's how people like to rack up points really quickly during the CvC. Mistake number 6 kind of goes in order, right, if you understand what's going on in this video. Leveling gear at the wrong time. Artifact enhancement events and personal CvC rewards often overlap. It's overlapping right now. Gear enhancement event is going on, it's over my head, right? These are even more rewards you could get, which in my opinion the most important rewards could be the skill tome, even more points during the CvC, honestly. So you're going to want to wait before you upgrade your gear, if you can wait. If it's not immediately giving you progress in the clan boss or doing a dungeon. So I have a good crop of silver as well. I have 17 million silver, which I've been saving for the past 11 days, right? I've not been doing any upgrading other than my main champion, which I said is kind of doable to get them going alone. So gear like this helmet as well, it's not really I don't really have good examples, right? Obviously the speed boots is going to go to 16 immediately. This is going to be used. Okay, thank god it did. Oh, I got 1 road to res. That's not bad. This is the lovely chest for early game. Let's carry this to 12. Oh, no speed. It became shit. What I do, I press filter, I go into rarity, I do this. I do, most of the time I do 1 to 4 stars on the common and uncommon gear. Press sell, select all, which is 2 million in silver. So I'm not going to use any of this, more or less. I might keep some for the challenges, right? So let me just keep the 1 stars in case for the arbiter missions, right? Mistake number 5, joining the wrong clan. This is the one many players are gonna overlook. If your clan doesn't communicate, doesn't care about CvC, has inactive members, rarely wins, doesn't push for personal rewards, you're making 400k much harder than it should be. Now this is the perfect example of a clan is just gonna get annihilated, right? We're up against a clan who I'm not sure if they're even playing, right? So 0 points total from this clan. Now that's atrocious, right? That's absurd. Us on the other hand, going through really nice. So what you need from a clan is strong leadership, strong communication, a clear objective, what you guys are doing, and if you guys want to lay back for a bit, then start pushing out of nowhere. So you're going to want that from a clan, because you do get amazing rewards from winning CvC. And the clan matters more than you think. Now I understand this video is going to drop before a lot of people are going to get a chance to see it, but I'm telling you, man, for the next CvC, it's going to come around probably next week, Tuesday, something like that, in 2 weeks, something like that. I'm telling you from now, you're going to want to join a good clan that not only wins CvC but actually communicates and has a clear plan when it comes to clearing these personal rewards. Look, I'm almost on the way to milestone 5 already. Mistake number 4, and this might be the biggest tip for the entire video. So you're going to want to come to the arena, Tag Team Arena. This is basically one of the best ways to get CvC points, actually. So let's go through a bit of matches. Let's see how much points we could get. Typically what you want to do is set a low defense. You know, I should probably take our Pelos, but it's already begun, right? People like to drop right before CvC starts, the day before, so when CvC is around they can build from bronze straight up to, let's say, gold and stuff like that. But I don't really have a strong team at the moment, so we got some easy candidates here to annihilate. That's what you want to look for. Personally, I don't like Tag Team Arena. It's a good source of points during the CvC. So you get to farm easy opponents in the Tag Team Arena, which is basically 3 wins in my opinion, and points. We've got 90 points from that one. Not bad. We're going to keep going. The higher you go, obviously the more points you get. I think like in silver, like in gold 4, you could get like around 1900 points, which is a lot. So that's the gist of it when it comes to Tag Team Arena. Make sure you do your tokens. You could even try to refresh. It's not going to be that much. 15 gems alone. Now this does go up in price range, so you might just want to buy this one the day before, and so you could get another refresh for another $15. Well, that's what people like to do, right? But that's neither here nor there. Do your Tag Team Arena, important. Do your Classic Arena as well. Don't even neglect that one. Mistake number 3, using glyphs as soon as you get them, which is basically like forging as soon as you get them, or using books as soon as you get them. All this basically tells me, if I was supposed to sum it up, is everything has a time and a place to use, right? So let's just hop over to the glyphs. I didn't use any glyphs on this account. I didn't even think these gear deserve glyphs, honestly. So let's just go through and see what deserves a glyph. Oh, this is a perfect piece that deserves glyphs. See, I got 2 rolls into speed. It's an HP percentage, lovely piece. So we're going to go to enchant. I have 2 speed glyphs at the moment, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use it now. Now, you typically want to keep these for the Marius missions, like all the 4-star and 5-star glyphs. But I'm going to use this just for the video. I only got 2, but got 50 points as well. So I know you guys are sitting on a lot of glyphs. So this is probably the best time to check back your champions to see if anyone deserves glyphs on their gear. This is the starting account, so this does not really deserve glyphs in my opinion. Mistake number 2, building champions outside of CvC. So you don't want to spread your progression across random days. Instead, focus on ranking up, upgrading level, all the lot during CvC. So I'm going to practice what I preach. We're going to do this now. We're gonna 6-star Nama in this video, boys. 1 million to 6-star the Queen of Clan Boss. Boom! 1,000 points, and every single level she gains now during this time period, she's going to be even stronger, which makes us get even more points. Now I need to farm her ascension materials. That's going to come tomorrow. I'm going to do Ugo, Venomage, and Farrakhan the Fat. Within the few days, they're going to get a lot of ascension done, as well as pel-ups, so they're going to be 5-star before the CvC is done. I might reach the points I need before that one, but you know, it's just to show you guys what you want to do in terms of when and how to do it. So obviously, rank them up, ascend them, skill them up, equip gear, glyph them out on each champion you want to build. So typically what you want to do as well is know which champions that you're going to build during the CvC. Now I have a clear cutout guide for this account, meaning I have 5 champions on the docket I need to build. It's basically tunnel vision when it comes to what I'm doing. Now you guys may have a different looking account, meaning you guys have a lot of champions you don't know who to build, who to invest in. What you want to do is weigh the pros and the cons, and obviously see what your account really needs. If your account needs, let's say, reviver, you're dying too much or you're not healing enough, that's where you're going to want to go for a reviver, or someone you have like that in your account. If you're tackling Doom Tower and you need some CC, you're going to want to go for someone like Cryodan if you can, stuff like that, right? If you're tackling Spider and you have an OP champion like Miscreated Monster, you're going to want to invest in him. So the process of elimination when deciding what champion to build is crucial, and it's even more crucial that you're doing it during a CvC, because you're going to use these champions once CvC is over, right? So be sure to know who you're going for, have a clear cutout guide why you're going for them and where they're going to be useful. And mistake number 1 kind of ties into everything we've already said, taking into account the state of the game at the moment. Now there are so many different events going on, right? We briefly showed the gear enhancement event, right? Sadly, the champ training ended before the CvC started, which is a bummer, but there is a princely we got back our 4-star glyph as well. But there is this event going on. There is the fusion warm-up, meaning you got to summon. You can only get 20 points a day, right? There's tournaments going on, so you're going to want to focus on these as well during the CvC if they have good rewards coming in, right? So these are some really nice rewards. It ends in a day, but this is not really a priority. So most of the time, CvC will align with certain events, meaning the tag team arena, the classic arena, ice golem, stuff like that. So you're going to look out for that one. Most of the time, the objectives are kind of easier to reach. So today we have faction wars objectives, 20,000 points. That's a lot of points. Iron Twins, 20,000 points. And of course, miscellaneous objectives. So using gems gets you points. That's crazy. 20,000 gems. It's basically 1-to-1, right? I'm not using 20,000 gems. So probably the spenders or who has a lot of gems they want to get out of the way, they're going to typically capitalize on this. But for someone like me, I'm going to focus on these, right? So let's go to Iron Twins and get that done. It's just started, right? Same 5 champions everywhere, right? Let's take off super raids just to climb higher. We might not do this because Iron Twins is not easy, right? You got to depend on that shield from Pelly Boy and the poisons, right? So just Some bonus rapid fire tips: always finish your daily arena, tag team, clan boss. Collecting clan boss chests gives you points as well. Faction wars, as you can see, is one of the points of focus during the CvC as well. All other small tasks in raid, you're gonna tend to get points from buying stuff in the market. You're gonna get points from the bazaar to get energy. You're gonna get points from doing those stuff. So obviously playtime during CvC is really important as well. So you're going to want to focus on just playing raid. I would say that kind of coincides with the first point. Mistake: people don't play raid enough. People might argue I play raid too much, but that's a topic for another day, boys. Of course, you don't want to waste gems chasing last minute points. As you can see, there is reason to chase last minute points if you use gems during this CvC, but that's more for the OP clans who need a big push just to beat another OP clan. I would say that's more for them, but typically you don't want to use your gems because you get so many energy, man. You're not going to run out of energy during this CvC. Obviously, you're going to want to save champions when possible, meaning if you have a champion fused and you get the points, you get enough points, you don't want to fuse all of them. You don't want to use like one source of champion gaining during the CvC. This might be hard to hear, but knowing when to skip. Now, if you're not in a good clan, if your clan is weak, you might lose the CvC. You don't get the personal rewards if the clan loses the CvC, right? So the personal rewards are just like a additive of the normal rewards from the CvC. So if you're gonna lose the CvC, I would say weigh the options. If it's a clan you really like and you communicate and you just lose because the next clan had a better plan than you guys, then probably you're gonna want to retool and go again. But if the clan is inactive, you might just want to hop out of there, man. Don't even waste your time. A lot of people are in clans right now where the highest clan boss they cleared is Brutal. They didn't even kill Brutal yet. So that's another sign. The clan might not be making any sense because the clan I'm in right now is an OP clan. This is day 11 and they're already clearing clan boss, Ultra Nightmare. You might need to know when it's time to get out of dodge in terms of the bad clans. So players who hit 400k consistently aren't luckier, and they don't necessarily spend more money. They simply stop treating CvC as a 2-day event. They treat it as a 2-week preparing cycle. Simple as that, man. If you fix even 3 of these mistakes, you'll be much closer to that final personal rewards chest. So if you guys enjoyed, if you guys found something useful in this video, this was a really fun video to make. I know a lot of people already know these tips, but it's always nice to kind of reiterate what we already know, coming from someone you actually like to see. So if you guys stayed this long, I appreciate every single one of you, and be sure to look out for more videos from Shinsui in the future. Shinsui out, man. Peace.